Hi, I'm Wendy Strgar, and I'm happy to have you here in my little home yoga studio with my favorite teacher, Caitlin Young.
Hello.
And we're doing yoga for sexual health, and this is a really basic and critical exercise that is going to make it so much more pleasurable for you to have somebody inside of you and for you to make love with somebody. And it's the bridge, right?
It's the bridge.
So, and like they've been doing it in yoga for thousands of years, and it's also Pilates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much everybody who knows anybody about exercise will teach you this bridge.
Yeah.
So Caitlin is going to demonstrate it, and then she's going to walk me through it.
Okay, so if you've watched our video previously about the flower breath and what's happening when we do the pelvic tilts, that's a great one to practice before you do the bridge so that you're already syncing the breathing, the inhale breath to expand and soften, the exhale breath to tip and engage, right? Flattening.
Right.
And if you
and
have...
also you're pulling up your pelvic floor when you do that,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
On the exhale.
On the exhale. So if you have a block or a blanket or something to place between your knees, really helpful to recruit the inner thigh muscles here because they directly connect up into that center of strength, beginning with the pelvic floor and working all the way up to the upper abdominals. So you're gonna, position is important. We want the heels about 10 inches, 8 to 10 inches from the hips in parallel. And we start with a natural curve to the lower back. And I'm going to begin with 3 pelvic tilts just to warm us up. Mm-hmm. So we'll take a nice big inhale, arching the back gently, filling the breath. Exhale breath, pelvic floor engages, drawing navel to spine, imprinting the back. Mm-hmm. Squeezing the block gently and then inhaling to release back to that starting position.
And you're trying not to use this too much, right?
Exactly.
Your flexors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So exhaling.
You're trying to really use this.
Exactly, yeah. Pelvic floor, hip flexors stay as soft as possible. Glutes also stay as soft as possible. Mm-hmm. So one more time, inhaling and exhaling. And then I'm going to press into the heels, squeeze the block, and begin to lift myself up, lifting the tailbone, the lower back, the ribs. And for this sake of stability, I'm going to come to a shoulder bridge, which is a little different than your traditional yogic bridge. This is more of a Pilates style bridge. So I'm looking for a plane of movement between my shoulders, hips, and knees where everything's in line. So the focus here is on stabilizing. It's on recruiting. And I love the image of a panini grill. If you could have a panini grill from the top and the bottom, you're engaging the core muscles, the inner thighs, everything here. So
this pose, actually, you can imagine, is really great strengthening for wanting to have sex with somebody in something other than just a flat missionary pose. Because when you have all these muscles to recruit, you are already recruiting here in your pelvic floor. Mm-hmm. So entry is a totally different thing. You're bringing all this strength to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're awake. I mean, your whole lower part of your body is awake in a way that's very different than when you're just lying passive on a bed,
Totally. And it's work. I mean,
and it's really hard. She looks like she's not actually working at it, but when you see me do it, it really is a lot of work.
So I'll demonstrate one more time just so that you can get the operations.
Sequence.
Yeah.
Order of operations.
So inhaling, belly expands, softening. Exhaling, navel to spine, pelvic floor lifting in and up. Hip flexors stay soft. Squeeze the block and start to lift up. Coming to balance between the shoulder blades. And let's focus on the breath here. If you're joining us along, the inhale breath is going to focus on length. The exhale breath is going to focus on tone. So I'll just demonstrate that breath. Can you see that?
Uh-huh. That's cool. I've never done that. So inhale, you're like lengthening here. Exhale, you're toning here. And all the time you're holding here.
Uh-huh. All the time you're holding there.
And so that's really hard.
Massaging down, and then taking again a Supta Baddha Konasana to open up through the hips and pelvis. So this is our chance to soften. This is really important for us as well.
Right, because if you don't do the softening part after, and you're just one of the types that has the continuous clench, then that's actually really hard to have somebody, come in you.
Sure.
That's real painful then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, that's fabulous. We don't have time for me to try it, but you'll get to see me do it some other time. But that is a great introduction to an exercise that will really pay in serious dividends when you're loving somebody. So join us again real soon, and we are going to continue this series on sexual health, yoga for sexual health, and we'd love to have you back. Or any comments, or tell your friends, or keep looking for more videos here. Thanks.